And I think we are live. GM and happy V-Day. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, so welcome back to Not Financial Advice, and this is the NFT Trends live stream. Basically, NFT and Chill with me, we're going to do what they do for coins, but with NFTs. Alright, cool. So, first thing to check in the morning is always, how is our volume doing on OpenSea? If we go to the most popular one by Archin8, daily volume, we got pretty close. What, 2 days ago? Pretty close to the local all-time high with the daily volume. So that's interesting. We're seeing some renewed interest. And I guess it does kind of make sense with the anticipation of more big name Web2 corporates trying to, involve themselves with NFTs. Super Bowl ads yesterday saw so many crypto related ads, and I think I saw somewhere that Coinbase went from like number 182 most popular on the App Store to second after their Super Bowl ads. So goes to show just how far-reaching and influential Super Bowl ads can be. Monthly NFTs, this one we'll have to check back after February, but so far January still has been the highest. And then monthly active users, and this is Polygon. Monthly volume so far, we're just over 40 million in monthly volume for Polygon, which is basically like the Ethereum sidechain slash roll-up opportunity, alternative. Shh, I'm live streaming. Daily volume, it's kind of seen a steady decline since the peak in January 29th. We're at a little over 1 million for monthly Polygon NFT sold, and a little over 100,000 monthly active traders. My cat wants attention. And around 1 million OpenSea Polygon users over time. Alright, so let's go to OpenSea, still the biggest NFT marketplace by volume, and let's see just the last 24 hours, going from most volume to the least. So Azuki is still number one, though they have gone down about 7%, 6.69 in the last 24 hours, and they're down 71% in the last 7 days. Floor price is still really solid, 12.3. The Mfers kind of came out of nowhere. This was a little bit unexpected because they had been kind of sitting low for a while. So the Mfers is this meme collection drawn by Satoshi. I actually thought about picking one up when they first launched, which I should have. So let's look at the all-time average price. So yeah, these released back end of November, and they were kind of sitting real low, like here, about 0.08, and then they started really pumping, I would say early February, around February 5th, and now they're going for over 2 ETH, which is really good. Oh, that reminds me, let's pull up CoinGecko. And wait, I need to see Okay. Can I, wait, no. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's see what Ethereum is at. So today Ethereum is at 29.52. It's dipped a little bit. Almost looks like we're in a bull trap. So Mfers 2.49. What up, Phil? GM. We're going over the OpenSea. Oh my goodness. OpenSea stats right now. Where is it? My cat is staring at me right now. What? What? You want to be on the live stream? Oh, that's right. Oh, this is so weird. Okay, what if I did this? There we go. Okay. Tasty Bones. I had mentioned them in several of my previous videos, live streams included. They had been one of the, most, well, not most, but like a really, really hyped project. And they minted this weekend, sitting at around 1.75 right now, with almost 1,000 ETH in volume, which is pretty good for a newly launched project. Oh, actually, you know what? They're over 3,000 ETH in volume. Sometimes OpenSea is very slow in updating their stats. But yeah, so these are a collection of 5,000, and I believe mint was like 0.08. They actually kind of dipped a little bit. Yeah, because right at mint, some were selling at around 2 and over 2 ETH, which is very unsustainable. When I saw that, I was like, this has got to dip at some point. But there you have it. Really, really big hype. I might pick one of these up if it gets to like below an ETH, but this is way too high right now. Honestly, anything that pumps to 2 ETH and more in this type of market on mint day is probably going to dip. There's no way you can sustain that kind of hype anyways. Okay, and then let's see, how are we doing? Psychedelics Anonymous, they've really pumped to 3.44 in just, this is the 24-hour trend right now. And Karafuru is at 3, Bored Apes are at 99.99, so almost back to 100. The clone Takashi Murakami is at 15.4. This one looks like it just minted as well. Let's open a new tab for that one. So this one's 8,800 NFTs with only 2,500 owners, so that's not exactly a good distribution. And what is this? It looks like a deck of cards. So maybe there's going to be a reveal. This one I hadn't even heard of until now, so I don't really know much about this one. Coolman's Universe 1.8, Pixelmon. Okay, Pixelmon had a little pump the last day, almost back at 2 ETH. Meta Toy Dragons, so many new ones popping up. This one is on the Clay? Is it Clay or Clayton? So it's a different blockchain, yeah, because OpenSea supports Ethereum, Polygon, and Clayton. So this one's on the Clayton blockchain, which is kind of interesting, like, of all the blockchains to support. Okay. Let's see what else. Kawaii Skull. Okay. This one looks new. A lot of new ones. You'll notice in the 24-hour frame, you'll see like a lot of new projects that pop up. This was the Bud Light Next collection that I mentioned in one of my previous videos. Bud Light's one of like the earlier Web 2 companies to kind of jump on the NFT space, and this is one of their collections. We've already had like Pepsi, Adidas, Gucci, a bunch of other ones. NFTs are the most volatile product you can buy. You must invest carefully because they're more risky than leverage trading. Crypto gaming appears to be bullish, so have a look at Kitty Inu or AXS NFTs. If you're talking about Axie Infinity, we'll look at gaming later, but yeah, gaming is definitely a sector that has gotten a lot of hype recently. Me personally, I'm not super into gaming just because I don't really have the time to do a lot of gaming. I like games that are built into collections, not as the core feature, but kind of as like an add-on. So Cool Pets is one of them. It's dumped a little bit in the last 24 hours, still hovering around the 2.5 range, but this game is supposed to go live soon, and that's something that I like to see, where the game is sort of more like an accessory. So, yeah. Doodles also has dumped a little bit. Acrocalypse. Acrocalypse. Okay. It's a fun name. Also looks new-ish, because it's got a 7-day percentage. And we've already got kind of like a derivative of the original Mfers. This is the punk Mfers, which might actually have their own sustained little pump just because the Mfers have done well recently. So I guess if you missed the Mfers, this could be another one to look at. DYOR, of course. And Chain Runners is pumped a little bit. World of Women has kind of been around the 10-ish for a while now. Adidas has pumped a little bit, and I wonder if it's because people are starting to burn their phase 1 tokens into phase 2. This will be interesting to keep an eye on. Alpacadabras, they just minted, so people are already starting to take profits around the 0.35. Goonies, 0.39. See, that's the thing, is like sometimes these projects have so much hype in the beginning that it inevitably just leads to either a stagnation or just kind of like a dip, like either a temporary dip or a falling knife dip. But when you have that much hype, it's just like, how do you keep it up? You're already at the pinnacle before it's even minted. I think that's like a really dangerous play, and I don't know, I just be hesitant about that. Love Addicted Girls. I feel like the anime sentiment is kind of starting to play out, as in like it's kind of already done. We're not seeing a lot of, volume in these new anime type of projects, but who knows? There's still another big one that still hasn't minted, Ethereals. So that would be an interesting one to look at. Cool Cats 11.1, Nouns 88, Cryptode Punks, which is a derivative off of Cryptodes. Okay, so Mood Rollers has done really well in the last 24 hours. Quirkles is a new one. Another Timepieces Slice of the Time. This one's new. See, once like one project does really well, you have all these other derivatives like Ape MFers, Punk MFers. Cyberkongs is at 2.6, which isn't bad. I think they've kind of been around there for a while. Zipsies is 0.99. They had such a huge pump and such a huge dump, and they were also really, really hyped. So, Slim Hoods, they gained a little bit. Now they're at 2.58. Decentraland, I'm still waiting for a mega dip to get in on that one. May or may not have it. Here's Psychedelics Anonymous, component 1. So Psychedelics has their own system, and there's a lot of different tiers. If you're interested in that one, they seem to be doing pretty well. Kind of like a slower organic growth. They've been out for a while, since I think November of last year. Fishy Fam, not a fan. Dead Fellas is hanging in there. They're still 3.35. Oh, okay, so Wvrpsound, I have to say, they had a really, really nice pump this past weekend because Kazomo de Medici, or whoever, basically the person that everyone thought was Snoop Dogg but turned out not to be Snoop Dogg, still an influencer on Twitter, he mentioned Wvrpsound. You know, more than mention, he basically compared Wvrpsound to Bored Apes. And he was like, based on the team and how long their, you know, work record has been and just how dedicated they are, I see this as the next Bored Ape, which I'll actually show you because it helped the project very well. Let me see if I can find the actual Medici minutes. I retweeted it. So this is my Twitter. Make sure you follow for literally like real-time updates because everything happens on Twitter. Well, NFT-wise. Where is it? Okay, here it is. Yeah, so this is what Kazomi put in his Medici Minutes, which is this like subscriber newsletter that you can sign up for. He talks about the AI generated music and what they have in common with Bored Apes. And he says, I feel like could end up being the next Bored Apes. A team of music and entertainment industry vets who've been working on this project for 2 years. And the fact that savvy collectors like Mooncat, Steve Aoki, Von Mises, and Pranksy have all grabbed a bunch. And if you look at their collections on Rarity Sniper, you'll see that the influencers do have some of the most rarest ones. So this one went up to like, I think the floor went up to around 0.7 something at one point, which is a really big pump. So I'm definitely keeping eyes on this one. A lot of room for growth. And it's just kind of like, it goes along with my thesis of music being really big in the NFT space this year. Let's see what else. Zoo Friends has already taken a 65% dip. This one's also a new one I kind of had my eyes on. Yeah, let's go to 7 days. So Carrefour is still the top by volume in the last week, and their floor price is now at 3.03. I think floor price is kind of inaccurate on this page because, yeah, this is different now. So really the main difference in the top 10 from the last week is the Mfers. They just kind of like pumped out of nowhere. Okay. And this is Crypto Slam, where they aggregate the different NFT collections from all blockchains, which is interesting to see. And they include more blockchains than OpenSea. So this one has like Solana, has Wax, Ronin, Flow. I don't know anyone who like uses Flow a lot, except for, I guess, you know, NBA Top Shot. Avalanche, and this is Ronin. Ronin's really good for gaming because they have low transaction fees. So Meebits is the biggest by volume, and I'm pretty sure this is because everyone's wash trading it on LooksRare because there's like no creator royalty. Yeah, so look, like MFers out of nowhere. It's crazy. You never know what could pump next, seriously. Krabata is like the biggest, biggest thing on Avalanche right now. SMB, still one of the top ones on Solana. Let's see. Where is the, oh, here it is. So global indexes, NFTs have done about 76 million in 24 hours with only around 57,000 buyers, which is pretty insane. Ethereum, 65 million last 24 hours, which is massively ahead of the rest of this list. 2 through 5 have at least a million in sales, and that's Solana, Ronin, Avalanche, and Flow. But the buyers on Avalanche are way smaller. There's only 417. So that's really interesting comparison to look at. And also they had the least amount of transactions too. Okay. So let's look at Mint Square real quick. This is the other one that I usually check to see what's been really hyped. Now, do remember, not everything is accurate or really true. Could be very manipulated. Number 2 on this list for a while was Squiggles, and we know what happened with Squiggles. They got removed from OpenSea because they were pretty much a rug. So just kind of a reminder that not everything on this website is 100% accurate or not manipulated. So yeah, right now the top 3 are Invisible Friends, which I kind of have my own like reservations about, but they're super hyped. They've been super hyped. They're part of the collective with Mood Rollers and the other one, I forgot the name. But it's basically 3 collections under the same umbrella, and you hold the other 2 to get priority like pre-sale access benefits to get this one. I'm not personally like a huge fan of the art, but we're not here for the art, so definitely keeping an eye. But their mint price is 0.25, which is like a 3.75 million upfront raise on mint day, which is pretty big. And it kind of is like, at that point, how do you incentivize the team to really do more, to really like deliver the roadmap if they're given, you know, millions and millions of dollars on day 1, right? So yeah, 2 is Dape, which is the Doodle Ape, Torix, Voyagers. I don't really hear much about these 2 on Twitter, which is kind of weird because usually I hear everything on Twitter. So Ethereals, I've definitely heard of, and I mentioned in my video. Brian NFT, I've heard of too. This one, they've done partnerships with other really big NFT collections, like I think Fanta Bear is the one that did the giveaway. Orcs, Bunny Buddies, yeah, haven't heard of these. There's so many projects every day. It's kind of crazy. These are the ones dropping today, and whoops, wait. Yeah, I don't know. These don't really interest me. Upcoming over the 7 days. Doodle Toads. Yeah. I'm personally still staying away from derivative projects just because, like, I've been burned on these. I think in general, the sentiment on CT is that derivatives are no bueno. It's just kind of like a flash pump and dump, if there's even a pump. News, okay, and then NFT scoring. This one I use kind of together with what's minting.live. Wvrpsound, oh, okay, there's a lot of big ones minting right now. And this is also how you can find new projects. Because you're not going to like get everything, trust me. Okay, they don't even have a banner on their OpenSea. What is the deal with this? Low sales volume. Don't know what their mint price was, so who knows? Con Club. No, wait. Oh. Okay. Guys, if you're gonna start an NFT project, you do realize there's more animals than just apes and dogs in the world, right? There's more than just monkeys and more monkeys. It's like everything coming out is, how many monkey projects have we had already? Like, this is ridiculous. Yeah. Oh, here's another new one, Dead Mfers. Wow, this is wild. This can't be real. Sipsies. What was on NFT scoring? This might be worth taking a look at. They've been on the list consistently for like a week now. Let me look into that one. But yeah. And I always want to keep these kind of short, like in 30 minutes. So that's NFT and Chill with me. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Remember to follow me on Twitter. And I will see you all next time. Thanks for tuning in.